You're
Yeah.
not allowed.
All right. We're soft.
Yeah, I just got the opening. You're
Yeah.
not allowed to go into those places anymore.
I ain't going anywhere.
Mm.
If I want to see a Anglo-Saxon woman, I can turn the internet on. they're all they're all
Uh,
the, they're all the same.
oh wow, wow.
Ain't seen nothing any different about them,
There's
brother.
nobody is safe with you, bro.
No, they're all the same. I'm finding they're all the same, brother.
Yeah,
Every single one of them.
you have to open just a
Oh,
little bit, just
open what? Open
your
what? Oh,
mind.
my mind is open.
Yeah,
Man,
for
my
new
mind's
guns and technology,
man,
but
my
I'm talking about for people.
my mind's been sheltered for years, bro.
I know.
Years.
You're right.
I'm just now opening my mind and seeing the world for what it really is. I'm serious. I never really looked at the world. I always kept it to myself. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Now I'm really
Oh.
looking.
Now you're in a platform too.
Yeah, I gotta be careful on that too. So
Yeah.
yeah. I just can't say anything I want to say, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
boy.
Gotta be
It
careful. This huh?
we would never notice. I don't think we could tell the difference between careful and careless.
Well,
It is
I
close.
I have a I have me, so people know me, but I
Yeah.
just can't say,
Yep.
just some random about bullshit that
So many, even the folks that think they know you, don't really know you until you
no.
are around you and they see all the things that you do, not
It's
just
only a few people that really know me. There's
right.
you, I got another couple army buddies, and
Mhm.
it's I'd say about 5 people, man.
Trust me. Trust me. Had conversations. Fuck you friends with that dude? Man, you don't know him. You just don't know him. Now listen, he says and talks that shit on there. He's a good dude down. He's a nice guy.
Oh, man.
Don't worry about it. We good.
Right, right, right.
Wow, man. What's his name? Sarge saw that. The time that we got on him with him and the off time, he recognized that.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he could tell there's some differences between us, but at the same time, there's a connection too.
Mhm.
And then he was like, wow. And at the end, he was very flattered and just not only just from the show point, but also the communication, the giving, taking, and going back and forth with each other. There's some things that sometimes we say to each other, and some people would take offense to,
Right, right.
and it's like, yeah, I know what you mean. I got you. It's kind of like we always tell guys that come out to the range with us, have a little thick skin. Don't get offended by the first comment that you hear. It's men at work here. Too
Mhm.
late,
Right.
too late.
Oh, yeah, I ain't got
Men
none
at
of that
work.
shit on. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. Oh, is I'm plugged in? Yeah. Oh, you got, you're in is that me or you on the
Well, hell,
internet?
I guess Thanksgiving's over.
Oh, we got a lag somewhere.
You didn't see him? Oh,
Who?
flip the participant too.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to
Oh, yeah.
respond to
Hold
him.
on.
You.
I got you. Yeah, I saw him.
I was
Coach
about to.
Bug.
I know, but I mean, I was gonna flip it to
Yeah, yeah, go
let
ahead.
everyone else.
Mhm. Yeah, you got it.
It didn't take on this side.
Mhm.
It no take yet. It
Oh, it didn't take? Oh, no, it didn't take.
no.
Oh, still not taken. Ah, fuck. Uh,
One
hold
of them
on.
nights.
Yeah, it's not taken. You don't have it. What do you want me to do? Put them up. Put them up.
I can do it right. We got time. I can go and come back. Yeah, but flip it. I'm gonna whatever you call the thing. Refresh. See what happens.
Okay. All right. He'll be back, gentlemen. Just resetting his shit. And hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying?
and try it now.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay. You buy a new laptop?
No.
What the fuck? Nah, it still didn't work. Think it's on my end?
Yeah, because you're the one that's giving it.
You think I need this reset?
I don't know. Remember this happened last time, and then you started losing other features.
Yeah.
It may just be the system, the way it connects.
I don't know. I don't want to reset because I just went that fucking live button.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
No.
You'll be on you. So what
Yeah.
you going to do?
Mhm.
Blah, 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 blah. Let me see who else is up here today. Oh, it's funny. After talking to Rob, I always I don't hit the buttons on the inside. I always go directly to a tab and open up Rumble. And I
Oh.
was telling him about how you can just go direct. I can chat back through
There,
Rumble itself.
we got a whole host of problems. I can't put the chats up.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
It
It's,
usually manifests to that, like
yeah.
it's more
It's
than just me.
it's happening.
Yeah, but
Uh.
reset real now. We got time. It's 37. These
Okay.
guys
Let me
they
try it
play
real
back.
quick. Hang
Shouldn't
on.
lose
Hang
anybody.
on. I'll be right back.
Yep. And, hey, do it, do it, do it, do it. Hope everyone had a
Hmm?
happy. The same thing you said when I could hear you when I was gone.
Oh, you could. Yeah. Let me see if it works. There you go. Yep. It was me, motherfucker. God damn.
Yeah.
It was motherfucker. Oh my god. What the fuck? It was fucking me. Oh my god.
I'll tell you.
Oh man.
Exactly, too. Like, you're exactly. We got
You're
plenty
ready
of
to be
time to get it
screwed.
straight.
Yeah, yeah, you might as well work on it. Yeah, we ain't got nothing to
Yep.
lose. But see, what happens with the system is I do like Rumble for that. Remember the other system we was using? If I had
Yeah.
did that, it would have blew us off air.
Yeah, we would have gone.
And but this system, you'll stay there. You can reset. I'll stay. I can reset. And
Mhm.
you'll stay.
One of us to stay,
Yeah,
yeah.
one of us will
Coming
stay
back.
and keep the show going. So,
Before, if you left, I would go too.
hmm
Any guests or moderators or anything, it wouldn't hold them.
hmm yeah, it is a trip. How many minutes we got? We got 40 minutes.
A whole 20, bro.
So 20. All right.
20 minutes.
Let me put something up real quick. I'm just watching in the background. Let me see what that shit's at. I don't know if you guys seen my ghost story. Since this is a real event that happened. So what the fuck is it? What the fuck? Boom, boom,
Remember when
boom.
you went out, man? I don't know
Oh
if you
no,
were
no,
there.
it's still there. Yeah, it's still there. I'm fucking tripping. All right. Wonder can you guys
Welcome
you hear
back
that?
to another episode of the Saber Team's Corner. So, I'm going to talk to you guys today about a ghost story that happened in 1987.
Damn, I was just a wee lad.
Huh?
All
I was
right.
just
This
a
ghost
wee
story takes
lad.
place in 1987. I was in Long Range Patrol School, which they call LARSU School, back in the day. Where it was a leadership course at Fort Benning with the 4th RTB. We was at Harmony Church. And we're going to start off with we were in an isolation phase for 3 days. I was acting as team leader, and we had to do our whole mission operations on sand tables and do a back brief and all this other good stuff. And I was working with guys I never worked with before. So we did the isolation phase. Then the third day we was planning on flying out. We got in the helicopters. It was about 10 o'clock at night. We got on, flew out. to do our mission. We had 4 insertions, 3 false, and 1 the real insertion. The real insertion was on the third set down. So as we get into the helicopter, I sit in the team leader seat in the front seat in the um, you know, in the Black Hawk, and the ranger instructor sat next to me. I tried to pull out the map, try to figure out where I was going. I had no idea. I had At that time I wasn't a team leader. I was an assistant team leader, becoming a team leader. So I didn't have that much time in the helicopter acting as a team leader. So I made some mistakes, and I'll tell you about them here soon. And so as we're flying out, we do the first insertion, and it was a false insertion. And then we did the second false insertion. And the false insertion is where the helicopter will fly an orbit over the insertion area, then come down and do a landing. And it looks like, or hover, and it looks like guys will jump out and they'll take off. And so if the enemy sees the false insertion, they will actually go toward the false insertion thinking there's going to be troops there. So we're going to the third insertion. I was counting the insertions, the landings. So on the third one, I looked up and the crew chief gave me a red light. And that's when I knew that we was getting ready to come in for the real drop off. So I reached back behind me, tapped the guy on the leg, and gave him a 1 minute. And at that time, when you get the 1 minute, what we usually did, we'll unbuckle, grab our weapon in one hand, grab our ruck with one hand, make sure all the buckles are off you so you don't get snagged trying to get up out of the seat. And as soon as the helicopter comes in and lands, you pick up your weapon and your ruck. You run out the helicopter and throw your ruck down and lay down on the ground and wait. Now, if it was heavy wood line, we would have ran all the way to the wood line. That's what we would do as small teams like that. We would run straight into the wood line and not stay out there and guard the helicopter. But this time, we wanted to stay and do a 360 around the helicopter because we were all new to each other and didn't know each other's movements or how people will work together at night. So we did that. Helicopter took off. And next thing you know, we were sitting there for about 5 or 6 minutes. And a ranger instructor came up and said, "What the hell are you guys doing?" And we was like, "We're doing the listening." He said, "Get the fuck up." And so he got up. He said, "Who's the team leader?" I said, "I am." He said, "All right." He said, "Let me tell you what you did good and what you did bad. First, you did good. You did good in the isolation phase, the back brief. Everything was superb. But where you messed up at, when you got in the helicopter, each helicopter, there's a right in the roof. If you sit in that seat closest to the crew chief, there's a radio hand receiver there. We called it a dog bone down back in the day. So you're supposed to grab that, pull it down, and talk to the crew chief and let him know to give you a heads up or let you know. He can count, tell you, he can give you a light on what insertion is what. And so you'll know exactly where you're at in the air just in case the helicopter go down. So that's why I got my ass chewed for. So I learned from that day on, never do that again. And every helicopter I jumped in after that as a team leader, always grab that dog bone. Immediately, once the chatter stopped from the pilots, I got on there and talked to that crew chief and let him know, "Hey, I'm team such and such. Give me a 1 minute when we get in." And that worked out from there. And so then I thought I was going to take the team all the way into the to the isolation phase. And not the isolation phase, but into the high side. But the ranger instructor, he was like, "Nope, you're dead, and now you're RTO." And I was like, "Oh, okay." It was a big weight that came off my shoulders. After that, I was like, "Oh, I can relax." You know what I'm saying? Until I got to that radio. Now that radio pack was 120 pounds. We carried AM radios plus 2 sets of batteries. It was a generator on that pack, and plus all types of antenna and gear. And it was a digital data burst device that was in there too. And that thing, I couldn't even get off the ground. I weighed 168 pounds when I was in the Army back then. And I couldn't pick up 120 pounds on my back, but I carried it. I had to get guys when I put that pack on my back, the guys had to grab both of my arms and pick me up to get me standing up. And I carried it all the way to the rest of the point we got ready to go. And but the the pain goes away after the first hour, so you don't feel any pain. It gets numb then. But the funny part about it, when we got into an area we was going to stop at, it was a river that came down. Not a river, but I want to say a small stream that came down to where we was going to hunker down at. And so we had an option to stop and sleep inside the stream or sleep on the banks of the stream. I didn't want to sleep on the banks of the stream because critters come to the stream. And so I definitely didn't want to sleep inside the stream, but it was an option. So I said, you know what? You guys figure out what you're going to do. I got to get comms up. So I went over to a clearing, set up my antenna, and got the digital data burst device out, got the AM radio, everything all hooked up in the middle of the night. No lights, you doing this, all in the dark. And got the antenna hooked up. I had already the guys had already pre-configured the antenna. So we had the frequency that we was going to use was already set up. So one thing I had to do is set up the antenna into a, I think I'll use a long wire configuration where long wire is where you have two strings going like this and have a insulator on one end and you bounce it off the trees into the ionic sphere. And that's what I was doing. And so as I set everything up and I started to put the codes into the digital device, I kept hearing footsteps walking around me in a big oval circle. It was at least a 6-foot area to maybe about 10-foot area, but it was in an oval. And so I kept hearing the footsteps. I stopped what I was doing. As I hear the footsteps, they're coming toward me. They're going around me. And I hear them going around me on the right side, and then they'll go away from me. I was like, well, no, I don't see anybody out here. So I turned my red light on and started looking, and I still didn't see anybody. So then I was like, I went down toward the ground, where the footprints were, and I can hear the footprints. And so I flashed my red light down there on the footprints, and I see the leaves moving. Boom, boom, boom. And I was like, oh my God, what is this? You know? So I thought I was going crazy. I thought I was hallucinating because I didn't have any sleep. So immediately right after that, I went and got the acting team leader and the assistant team leader, told them to come over there and take a look. Something's walking around me and I don't know what it is. So as we're sitting over there trying to figure it out, we're looking at the red lens and we're looking at the ground, the red lens, and we can see the leaves and stuff moving with the red lens. Then all of a sudden the rest of the team came on. Now we had 6 guys, all 6 of us over there looking and trying to figure out these footsteps. They can all hear them, every single person. And so the ranger instructor came over there like, what the hell are you guys doing? And we're like, we hear footsteps. Something is walking around us. And so we showed him the red lens and looking at the footsteps. And he was like, what the hell? His next thing is like, turn the white light on. So I took the flashlight, put the white light on, and we clearly could see with the white light, the leaves and the footprint impression in the leaves going like this the whole time. And we followed it, and it went all the way around toward the creek, and it came all the way back around me and went all the way back toward the creek. Now, I don't know how many people were walking in that group, but it may look like it might have been maybe 1 or 2 together. So I moved the leaves. I said, there's got to be ants or something, right? So I moved the leaves and looked underneath the leaves with the white lens to see if there's bugs that was doing this. Moved the dirt, moved the leaves. There was nothing but flat dirt. But the weirdest thing about it, when I moved the leaves and you saw the flat dirt, the leaf went down where the dirt began, and the leaf went down again on the other side where I cleared. So it looked like something has stepped there and something has stepped on the other side. And I was like, huh, And we were like, huh, all 7 of us witnessed this event. Now, I sent my transmission out that night. I decided, whatever it is, it can't hurt me. And if it does, at least it takes the misery of me having to carry this 120-pound pack off my back, and I won't have to carry it for the rest of the night if it does kill me. So everybody just went back into the positions, and the story was forgotten about for over 30 years. I didn't tell my wife about this story until 2 years ago. And it was something that's strange that happened and that was very unexplainable. I laid down and went to sleep inside that circle. I felt very safe. I didn't feel scared. Whatever it was, I don't know what it was. We thought it could have been Confederates or Union soldiers that died during the Civil War and was lost and trying to find themselves. And so they were walking around. That's what we thought eventually. But whatever it was, I went to sleep. I woke up the next morning and no footprints. It was all gone. Everything. It was like it never existed. So we carried on with our mission. And that's my ghost story. That happened in Fort Benning and in 1987. It's a Sabre Team Tactical. Sponsors this, and I'll see you guys in the range.
So that's your story, and you're sticking to it.
Yeah, that's one a minute. I had a few more.
So you're like a warlock. You use the circle of trust.
I didn't give a fuck. I was like, fuck that motherfucker. I'm tired. You gonna kill me, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. I'm serious. I was like, I didn't give a do it. You tired, bro. You don't give a fuck, man. I'm like, ghost, fuck you. We're in the 2 different dimensions. If you want to try to come in this dimension and go to battle with me, come on, motherfucker. That's my philosophy. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't see you, but I can definitely see something of you. So I'll be swinging in the air, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So
Fighting a ghost.
Yeah. Fuck them ghosts. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fucking afraid of the motherfuckers. Fuck them.
Who's afraid of a ghost? Who you gonna call?
Yeah, Ghostbusters.
Sabre Team.
We ain't afraid of no fucking ghosts. Fuck them motherfuckers.
We ain't afraid of no ghost.
Nah. Fuck them motherfuckers.
That's
ain't nothing they can do to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? If they're gonna do something, fuck it. What can you do? You know what I'm saying? Last thing you do is get afraid of them some bitches. But yeah, but we had something similar happen like that in Korea. We slept in a graveyard, and we pulled the vehicles and all slept in the graveyard. Nobody got out. We just slept in the graveyard in the vehicles. I woke up in the middle of the fucking night, and this motherfucking ghoulie motherfucker was looking at me through the fucking back window. I looked at that motherfucker and I said, "Fuck you, motherfucker! Leave me the fuck alone." Yeah. And I went back to sleep, bro. I was like, man, fuck that motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I've heard that from people that I associate with and have associated with. And basically, that's what you do.
Yeah.
You just tell them, get out of here.
Yeah. Fuck you. You know, I ain't got nothing for you. You know? Shit, I ain't fucking. What's that movie? That kid who's like whispering to ghosts. He sees I see dead people. Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck that. And you saw once he started talking to the motherfuckers, you saw they bugging the fuck out of him. Every 5 minutes.
Everybody got a story.
Yeah. Can you do this? Can you do that? Nah, fuck that, man. Get the fuck away from me. I ain't got time for this shit. You need to go toward the light, motherfucker. Yeah, 6 cents. Yeah, 6 cents. Yeah, it's like you need to go toward the light, motherfucker. And if you don't go toward the light, go toward the darkness or something. You know,
But they need your help, man, to make the transition.
man, fuck them motherfuckers, man. I ain't got time for no motherfucking ghosts, man.
Yeah, every once in a while, I feel like those cold presents and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, that's them. You know what I'm saying? If you feel a
Mhm.
cold presence and stuff like that, and you can't move and all that shit, that's
Yeah.
usually is ghost presence. You know what I'm saying? Some
Or
type.
you
Weird.
drink too much.
Yeah, you drink too much, or you got a fat bitch on top of you. One of it's probably the fat
Oh
bitch.
man, hey Ralph, he explained to me like whales is the new term.
Whales for fat
Whales.
bitches. That's what they call them. Whales.
Yeah,
I still call them
using
fat
the
bitches.
derogatory word. See that's that's where we have contention.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Two
a
leg.
whale.
Exactly. I
What's
barely
whale?
got time for the living, so fuck the dead. Right. Fuck them.
Holy shit.
They should be already
Uh,
gone. Trying to do their shit. Why you sitting here trying to fuck with me?
Move on.
Oh,
Move
I ain't got nothing
on.
to talk to you about. You know what I'm saying? And then when you're gonna say something, it's gonna be ghoulish. You know what I'm saying? So what the fuck?
Get the shit
You
out
know
of
what
me.
I'm saying? Or you can't
You're scaring
understand the
the shit.
motherfucker.
You're
Yeah,
scaring me.
yeah, they're scaring the shit out of you, whispering and
I
shit.
like oatmeal cookies. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
Right. It's always gonna be a goddamn riddle. Why don't you just write a fucking note or send an email, motherfucker? You know what I'm
Because
saying?
they're from a
God damn.
different time, to a
I
different
know.
time. Without dar or
They
the
can
and all that
write
vowel.
fucking notes.
Oh
They can
shit.
write notes.
They
Write
are, and they're
a note.
using languages that we don't use anymore.
Yeah.
That's why you see all those pentagrams and all that other stuff up there.
Fact checks are what?
Whamalos.
What the fuck?
Whamalos. See,
Whamalo.
that's
That's
acceptable.
different. That's different.
Yeah. You know, when you say, when you hear bitch, people go,
Let me tell you a story.
you say whamalo, they're like, what are you talking about? Go
Well, I
ahead.
got a minute to go. I was at Fort Benning. I was signing out on leave at midnight, and it was a staff sergeant down there, staff duty. He was down there. He said, "Man, come down here, man." And he said, "Man, let me tell you a goddamn story." It's a white dude. He's from the South. He was funny as motherfucker. This motherfucker is like, "Man, I got this phone call from these fucking bitches on the fucking phone, and they said they're gonna come down here and shit." And I said, "What you look like?" And they said, "We look all right. We look good." He said, "All right." He said, when you get down here, make sure you ain't no fucking buffaloes or nothing like that, you know." He said, so he said, "Come on down here." So the bitches came down, 3 in the car. He's in the convertible. He said, "Well, them bitches got down here. It was 3 big motherfuckers that look like water buffaloes in the goddamn car." he, he said, "I stood out here and I told them bitches, I said, he said, you guys need to get the fuck off of post. I'm calling the fucking MPs." He said, "You fat motherfuckers, get the fuck out of here."
Oh my goodness.
He had me cracking the fuck up, bro, because
I
that's the way
bet,
it
bro.
was back in the day. You work
Yeah.
staff duty, you work CQ duty. They'd call the phone and it'd be a love line, and you tell them to come down and some shit go down. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
remember them things, the chat line and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. No, not chat line. It was the phone, your duty phone. They had somewhere or another, they had the number to the duty phone. You know, and they would call to see who's on duty and say, "Hey, what you look like?" and all this shit, and be wanting to talk crazy. You'd be like, "What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? Or then you tell them to come on down because you're bored. You ain't got nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. See, two lag. Yeah, he know. It's the CQ days. Yeah. Fuck shit. Yeah, this shit was fucking funny. They fuck with you on staff duty and CQ duty because you're the only one down there except for your runner. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and you got to be up all night long, walking and talking, and you got a bunch of shit to do. You know what I'm saying? But it's boring duty, man. It's 24-hour duty. Boring as fuck.
Well, you had to have some adult company.
Yeah. Back in the day, there was adult company for them. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, most of the bitches usually come down there with big buffalo bitches. They're big and fat. You know what I'm saying?
Well, who do you think?
Well,
yes, I agree.
What's that? Big fat bitches? You about ready? Do you hear? I think Al locked out. Oh shit, he sure did. He locked out. Motherfucker. Or was it me? Let me know, guys. Is it me or is it Al locked out? Tell us which one it is. If you can hear me, let me see if I can. Yep, it was Al. E4 wielding big dick power. Yep. That shit was wild back in the day, man. It was wild. I don't think the military is that fun like it used to be. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of fun. I'm hearing you, Al. Al is frozen. All right, thank you, Tulag. Cool. Yeah, he just dumped out. I told that motherfucker to get a laptop. He still won't buy one, man. You know? Still fucking with that goddamn cheap ass shit he got. And it's Black Friday, so he should be able to get a laptop for like maybe $160 at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Dude, don't listen. Told you, man, get a laptop, bro. Get a laptop. You can get on there right now tonight and order one from Walmart and have that shit shipped to you by in the morning. Okay. Let's see. Went in at 17 and 85. Okay, cool. Yeah. Al's still frozen. Look at him. He trying to come in frozen. Fucking trying to come in frozen. This shit's fucking hilarious, dude. This shit is fucking hilarious. Oh my god. See, he won't buy a fucking laptop, guys. But how many times I've been telling him motherfucker to buy a laptop? I've been telling him for what, 2 months? Buy a laptop. Buy a laptop. Okay, you went through so you went through Harmony Church for boot. I was nice, but then came out mean as hell. Yep. Harmony Church back in the 80s they were killing dudes back then. You know what I'm saying? They literally killed some guys in Harmony Church back in those days. That was a rough place because it took over from Fort Ord. When Fort Ord in California closed, Harmony Church took over the same reputation that Ord did, and it was deadly. You know what I'm saying? No mercy, because it was away from everybody out there, and they were ruthless. So, yeah, I know what you mean. But now Harmony Church is shut down, and it's you literally only had 2 drills. Yep, and they didn't get much sleep at all. So them dudes was always angry. You know, so I guess now they got 3 drills or 4. I think they may have 3 drills and either 2 or 3, but they're all over there at Sand Hill. Sand Hill is like that. It's like the big basic training for everybody. So it's got the infantry. It's got I know the scouts over there, and because Fort Knox closed, and Fort Knox basic training is down there at Fort Benning now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yep. The rest are under congressional investigation. Yep. That's crazy. Let's see. General Sun in the rotation before us, they broke his leg and his dad was pissed. Oh my God. That's so funny. That is so funny, bro. Damn. Is Al gonna make it? Is he gonna make it? I don't know if he's gonna make it, man. We passed our time. We were doing great until he forgot to. You know what it is? I don't think Al's. Okay. I don't think Al's. I don't think Al fed his squirrels any turkey. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think happened. We're gonna give him another link and see if we can get back in. See what happened here. Yeah, and yeah, it was a. I know when I first got to Benny, it was a drill sergeant. I think he got arrested for rape. He got arrested for rape, and E6. They took him away in handcuffs. Man, he had raped a female a soldier. They found her panties on the side of the road and all that shit, man. It's crazy. The funny part by getting yelled at was no big deal. It was when the drill sergeants were nice that you freaked me out. Yep, because they were always planning something. They were very nice. Yeah. Being mean, you can understand it because you knew what the direction was. But when they got nice, oh my God. It means something was up. You know what I'm saying? But the way the drill sergeants are today, if you've seen them, I mean, it's like cartoonish what the drill sergeants are doing. I mean, it's like throwing their hands all in the air and waving all around and all this clown shit. This fucking gets straight to the cussing. You know what I'm saying? And fucking, I've learned over the years, if you want to let a motherfucker know you're serious, just talk to them direct and, let them know what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to be doing all this theatrics and moving around. That's that shit's a joke, man. I mean, drill sergeants has turned into a cartoon character instead of really drills. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if Al gonna make it or not. Let's see what happened here. Boom. Boom. Let's see, did he get my link? I sent him another link, guys. I'm gonna send him one more. Maybe that one's not working. Send him a third link and we'll get this show on the road. If he can't come in, we'll give him another 5 minutes. And technical difficulties. We'll run the show without him. Everybody has a Puerto Rican drill sergeant. Everybody I know went to basic training has a Puerto Rican drill sergeant. And it's always funny trying to listen to him call cadence. You never knew what the hell he was saying. It's like, what? Oh my God. Had a little Puerto Rican drill sergeant that would beat your ass and tell you he could whoop your ass. He just couldn't leave marks. Yep, exactly. They would beat your body. You know what I'm saying? And but back in the early days, and some of them didn't give a damn. They actually I seen a guy choked out till he passed out, man. He made him choke himself. They made him put his hands behind his head and lean into his hand. And he said, choke yourself until you choke yourself out. And the guy passed out. You know what I'm saying? That was a trip. I don't think Al's gonna make it. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the show and get this baby going on the road. We're just gonna talk about current events and bullshit. There's some shit going on, and it's pretty interesting. I'll see you guys when I get back. All right, he's back. Look at that. That's beautiful. Guys, if you like the show, hit the thumbs up on the show. We're on 5 platforms. We're on Rumble. We're on Locals, which is Rumble. We're on YouTube, and we're on Twitch and Kick. So hit the thumbs up if you're watching on any of those platforms, and let us know you like the show. Oh, somebody just post collaboration. Somebody just wrote a big ass fucking note in Kick. I'm gonna let you go ahead and do this, and I'm gonna read this. Let's go ahead and thank our sponsors and who sponsors this show, and that is Saber Team Goddamn Tactical. And I'm gonna read this response real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you got it out.
Oh, I thought you said you're gonna read it. Oh,
No.
you-
You got, yeah, I'm gonna reread. I'm gonna read it before it's long. So I'm gonna read it before
Gotcha.
I read it on here.
Right the Bears is a partner, and we back them up. We prefer them over the other ones because they've been doing it for a while, and there's a couple of companies out there right now that are very similar. But pay attention to what they offer. Make sure that you have the things that you need. And one is that when you make that first phone call, you're not getting a call taker. You're speaking directly to a lawyer, and you're getting information to help you, and you're speaking to somebody that can protect you, because you may blurt out the wrong thing and they're going to settle you down and tell you what to say and what to do next. Everybody has heard, or should hear by now, that if you get into a situation like that, ask for a lawyer. Be prepared to deal with tactics from law enforcement where you find yourself in a jail cell. Doesn't mean that you're guilty. It just means that that's the process it's taking. But without legal counsel, you will probably... Music's too loud, bro. Thank you. Without legal counsel, you probably make bad decisions, and that's not what you want, especially early on in a situation like that. So Right to Bear allows you to cherry pick the things that you want, the things that they offer. If you're going out of state, you want, statewide cover, nationwide coverage. If you're adding a family member, if you want to take advantage of psychological services, you want to take advantage of training, things like that. All that's including your membership. If you use SABER, you'll get a discount. And take a look at it. Check it out. Nice and sweet.
Like local shut down. It's very interesting. All right. So next, after you go to saberteamtactical.com, go to classes.
Mm-hmm. And the schedule is being worked on. January, we have a new schedule up. But any of these topics that you see, any class topics, we will bring them out for small groups and individuals. You let us know what you want to work on, and we will show up. We set a date, show up, and work on it. The structures are going to change next year. Found out some things talking to people, and we're starting to realize we offer what the people want. Say it that way. That sounds good, right?
Yeah, that sounds good. And we're probably going to be offering some red dot zeroing zeroing classes with iron sights and red dots.
Mhm.
So that's something that's going to be offered too. So if you guys need it, because a lot of you guys are putting that shit
Oh
on
my
it,
God.
and you're not zeroing it. It is.
You know how many people I saved this year from this menace?
Yeah.
There's a quote that he was ruthless. That's a story in itself.
Yeah, we can get to that after. Let's clear all this shit out.
But yeah, I know. I was trying to. I figured that's where you want to go.
Yeah, let's clear this shit up. Let's see. Go to, let me find that fucking, go to laser engraven the laser engraven side. I'm not gonna scroll down. I got a show coming up on the 13th, 14th, let's see, the 13th, 14th, 15th at the Cobb Galleria. I'll have more information of it. I think it's next week. It's a 3-day show. Week after, indoors, off of Fairground Road, and I can't think of that other fucking road. But it's what I used to do the gun show at over here in Marietta. So they still do. That's where I'm gonna be at. It's a first time event for the 12 days of Christmas. What Cobb County had done, they took all the 12 days of Christmas of the county and moved them into this one facility for the 3 days instead of having it spread out all over the fucking county for fucking 12 days. So it should bring all the people in to one position. So we'll see how it goes. And but I have all the information next week. Yeah. So I just have to bug the wife to get it from her. And I think that's about it. Get back to Tulag real quick before we get into something else. He said all his drill sergeants were non-vets. My drill sergeants were all non-vets too. And one fought with First Cav. I think one fought with Big Red One. And they had two other ones were not Vietnam veterans. But one of them who he flipped out in the 50 cal class, and they had to walk him out of there, and he went on terminal leave. The dude had flashbacks and shit. He went nuts, bro. Right in the fucking middle of the class. That shit was wild. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And right. Yeah, he said his first sergeant was top doing boot, but first duty station, I'll go in the report. Who the fuck did I see? That first sergeant. Oh shit, that's fucked up. That is fucked up. Yeah. So, what was you saying about the red dot shit?
Oh yeah, about all the people that I saved from you that that would have lost the bet.
Oh.
Yeah, I would say at least 5 different people. And when I heard the answers, it was so dismaying. It was disheartening. It was he knew, and I realized like, oh damn, you can't do that to this guy, man. These guys were, gung ho, ready to go. And where'd you sight your scope in at? Oh yeah, it's like, where'd you sight it in at? Yeah, I shoot it. Okay. What distance is it? Oh, I'm good for distances. Like, what distance did you sight the gun in at? Oh, I bought it.
Yeah.
These are, and I'm doing multiple people at the same time. These are different answers we got. I bought it already. And it was like, are you kidding me? These guns, people walking around with guns that are not sighted in. Because we saw them missing, and they look like they should be able to hit a target, say at 10, 15 yards. 3, 4, 5 yards, it's hard to miss. When we started moving back to 10 yards, which is not a hard shot, they were missing, and they were missing horribly. And it was, some people were shooting too high, and it's like, how does somebody shoot high? And then they have red dots on it. They took the red dot out the box, put it on the device, and went with it. Some of them didn't Loctite the screws in, so now they have random shot placements where you can't get consistency, and they don't know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
And this dude over here, he was like, "Oh, I bet you I can hit this shot from here. All right, I bet you $50. I 50, and no, you stealing from this motherfucker. Might as well just take the 50 and throw it on the floor right now.
Because I was gonna go because I said headshots. I said headshots. You know what I'm saying?
The dude was feeling himself too.
Yeah, he was. I was like, dude,
you can't win, really? Bro. You got a broken arrow. You can't win. Your equipment is faulty based upon the information. Just listening to it, it's like, oh my god! But you know what? I'm done. If we offer these classes next year and if people don't take it, whatever, the menace is loose.
They're on now.
The loose. You want to bet? I'm encouraging them. Hey man, you could take them. You could take them. Oh my goodness! But that's something that is developed, and it takes more than just buying a nice optic in order for somebody to be a red dot guy. It's more than that. Finding that dot is not easy. If you do it on your own, you have to have somebody that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, and they got to show you where that reference point is at, and because trying to hunt that fucking dot, and I've seen so many guys do that shit. It's fucking ridiculous, and it's got to be a better way to do it than searching for the dot. You know what I'm saying?
But if you don't know any better, you think that's what everybody's doing, and they're not.
No, no.
Then people say, I don't see how it's faster. I'm sure you don't.
Yeah, it's very fast if you
Once you know what you're doing.
if you're gonna put an RMR on your gun, invest in getting tall front sight and rear sight as a co-witness. Invest
Mhm.
into it because now you can use those sights as the front and rear sight as a reference point because now you can put that front dot right on top of that front sight post and you can line it up with that rear sight post and there's your reference point. You know what I'm saying? And so when you
Mhm.
come up, you'll see the dot. Only thing you got to do is just focus back on the rear and boom, you're done. You're ready to shoot. It's too simple. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is very fast because now I don't have to really look at my front sight because I have a dot where the front sight is. So only thing I got to do is just line up I'm just getting the sight pitch, sight alignment. So I'm just lining up the rear sight post and the dot. Boom, I'm done. Take the shot. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But if you don't have a reference point, and now if you notice a lot of the RMRs now are coming high ridged in the back and they got the notches already in them. If you noticing that,
Right.
so
Yeah.
they're already built for the reference point to be there. So they know you need to tone that dot down and hit it on that high notch reference point in the back of them. A lot of these companies are doing it instead of it being flat in the back, it's a high ridge rear sight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's almost like a built-in notch.
Mhm.
Everything else you're talking about, right?
Yeah. Those are the sites you want. You don't want
Mhm.
you buying these cheap $100 sites off of Amazon or Whoosh or Temu, whatever the fuck. You know what
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
saying? So you gotta get some good sites. I only buy it's Hollison and I've been buying the Sealy sites. The Hollison and Sealy. Those are the only two that I've been buying.
Mhm. And I'm
And
about to say Sealy started off as $150 sight
yes, they
number.
did. Now them fuckers are like $200-300, bro. And Sealy is fucking woof. You better catch that shit on sale. You
The
know what I'm saying?
technology is increased.
And the drop test on them damn things are
Mhm.
amazing. You know, they're
There's
becoming
a couple of them out there that's mid-grade that don't have the same advertising budget as some of the other companies, but they offer a good product. So I always tell people to look at the reviews and see people who I'm not dropping my shit on the ground. I'm not flipping and dragging through
but you
mud.
never know.
But oh,
No. I wouldn't
mm,
do it on purpose, but what if it happened by accident?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If
Yeah.
you catch but watch somebody else's video who's already done it and see what
Yes.
happens to the gun after the site afterwards, right?
Right. There's plenty of guys that dropping cinder blocks on these damn sites. They're throwing these things
Right.
off
Yeah,
of roofs, out of cars.
yeah,
They're doing all types of shit with them and saying, and some of them fuckers are still holding up,
yeah.
especially the Sealy's
Multiple hits.
models. The Sealy and the Hollisons have been holding up pretty damn good. And
Multiple hits too.
yeah, so that's why I've been just running those. And they're starting to become more and more indestructible, more and more indestructible. If you notice they building the armor housing completely around and it's turning into a square housing. You seeing that?
Mm,
And so they're being built to take a beating. And I mean that's good if you're law enforcement, military, something like that. But civilian wise, when you start getting into sites like that, the price ranges start going up. Instead of now, see the prices of the Hollison used to be 600, then they dropped down to 250. Then now you getting these new grade ones, they're going back up to 600. So they're trying to get you to pay 600. You paying $600 for a RMR on your your $300 and $400 gun. The site's
mhm.
worth more than the gun is. So it's not worth it at that point.
Yeah,
You
when
know
you
what I'm
start seeing these guys with a Holosun even on a damn in the back of a Taurus, it's
saying?
like that's the same price. The
Yeah, right.
Taurus is $200 and the Holosun you can probably find for around $200.
Hmm. Yeah, it's not worth it at that point because you gotta remember the more money you put in that gun and you shoot somebody with it, it's gonna get confiscated. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
if the cops see it, it's all tricked out. You got a gold barrel, gold trigger, and all this shit on. you're not getting it back. They're going to keep that
Mhm.
gun. It's going to get lost in evidence somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
So the other one I was thinking about was Swamp Fox. I don't know if you've seen that one. That company. That was the
I've
kind of looking
heard
up.
of Swamp Fox, but I haven't
Yep.
purchased anything from them.
Mhm.
You can pull up that
But they're
website
good,
and
good mid-range stuff that are getting good marks from a lot of guys on YouTube and gun guys that do videos and they beat the
right.
crap out of stuff and drag it on the. I think it's called Viridian. That's it. Viridian is also another one that I've
Okay.
actually seen. But yeah, there's a couple out there because when you said Sealy, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about those guys.
Yeah, Sealy had a big Black Friday sale. I ended up buying one of their newer Sealy. I'm gonna get caught up on some of these chats too. I ended up buying one of the new Sealys. I think it's the one of the Wolf series,
Mhm.
and it's got that built up ridge in the back. And remember that RMR I had the Hollison 407 on that PSA Rock.
Right.
So I'm gonna swap it out with this one because it sits higher and it's beefier. So
Okay.
I'll be able to see over the back ridge with that red dot. I mean, I got it in a green dot. I'll be able to see over that back ridge with that green dot. So so we're gonna put that baby on there and see how it goes.
Yeah, that works, man.
I should have done some shit all week, but I've been lazy as fuck. I ain't did shit all week, bro. I've been chilling like a motherfucker.
It's
So
holiday, man. It's
yeah.
holiday. Yeah, and
So too.
I didn't ask, but I'm glad. I'm sure you guys had a good time yesterday.
We didn't do shit, man. Watch fucking movies and shit.
That's a good time.
That's it. I ain't doing shit. I ain't going out there and get killed by some stupid ass motherfucker. Fuck that,
It's
man. I
time
stay
to
my
be
ass
home, man.
Yeah.
Most people are home.
Yeah.
I don't know. You jet set type, the Hollywood type. You guys go to
Mhm.
restaurants.
Yeah, I don't do that, man. There's
Yeah,
just
restaurant.
too much crazy. And there's a lot of crazy people out there. They're just acting stupid.
Yep.
So Tulak say, boy, previous conversation, he was with 25th ID at his first duty station. He got tapped for RIP. That's pre-ranger induction course. Then Tulak said you have to
Yeah,
train enough to make it natural. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
totally agree.
yeah.
And
And
that's
the
the key too. Because a lot of people just want to add water and not put the actual practice in to become make it become second nature.
a lot of these people put all this gear on these guns and they will take it out to shoot it to show it off. And this is how you know they don't practice with it, because when they come out to these events or take it out to shoot it to show it off, and it's their carry gun, they can't hit shit with it. And it's
Right.
but they got fucking $700 worth of work on this motherfucker. And you're like, what the fuck? How
Hey,
are you
Ralph,
not hitting anything? You know what I'm saying?
Ralph Israel. You guys familiar?
I ain't talking about you guys. I'm talking about
I
somebody
know you're
else.
not talking about that. We're talking about. I'm talking about somebody else too.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Titanium front sight, all I need. Yeah. Or don't forget the fiber optics front sight.
I think that's tritium.
That's the tritium.
Tritium.
Oh
You know
yeah,
that
the tritium, the
glow in the
tritium, the
dark,
tritium, the
right?
tritium. Tritium
Like
go on
the
the dark
optics.
sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And or the fiber optic sight, front
Mhm.
sight was work too. And two lag, yeah. G
X4. That's a Taurus. That's the flagship of the Taurus brand.
okay.
It's a nice, and they make one. I think it's the Carry or the XL or the large one, something like that. It's a little bit larger. It's similar to the 365 XL or the what's that one? The Glock 48 G48. That's a nice gun. And then, like I
Right.
said, $300 or so, and if he's taking,
No big deal.
yep,
Yeah.
law enforcement, whatever, just a big shooter. What's going on, my friend?
What's up, big shooter? What's happening, my man?
Yeah,
Appreciate you stopping
y'all.
through.
I know you had a
Mm.
hard day today dealing with humanity. I want that cell. Give me that. Give me that.
Shit, flagging everybody and shit.
Ducky.
Well, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna give
ask you. You never answer. Did you get a laptop Black Friday? Did you get a laptop?
No, I don't do
Why
Black
not?
Friday. I don't even
Dude,
do White Friday.
dude, fucking stop with that shit, man. Fucking YouTube, not YouTube. Go to Walmart right now. Go to Walmart. You got the app.
Yes, and I have an account too, thanks to you.
Pull up the app. Pull up laptops and see what they got on fucking sale, man. I
Well,
mean,
I'm going to Santa Claus is going to bring me a nice
you
laptop.
buy.
Don't
They
worry about
got Black Friday, and they got. I was just looking at one today, and they got to go to tech, and then they.
it.
If
Is
you
this
scroll,
part sponsored?
for you, you need a fucking laptop. That motherfucker ain't gonna crank up here pretty soon. You keep fucking
Dude, it
around.
wasn't that. It wasn't
Yeah.
that. I don't know
Well,
what that was. That was a glitch in the matrix.
yeah, call your laptop.
Oof.
HP. They got an HP. Listen, HP here Black Friday special.
I don't want
HP
another HP.
screen,
That's the problem. Yeah,
14-inch. You're only gonna use it for this bullshit, and it's $129, man.
okay. With 4
And roll,
gigabytes,
yeah,
4
4
okay.
gigabytes of RAM,
Yeah, I have to
64
start at
gig
7
hard
so it can
drive,
turn on at 8.
and it's like, come on, dude. I mean, it's got everything you need,
Okay.
to do what you're gonna do. Let's see what kind of ports it has on here.
I'm listening.
Um, let's see. Oh, it got all the bells and whistles, bro. Let's see. Let me scroll down to where, and you don't even have to buy that service. I don't even get that service plan shit.
I
That's
don't
for
do that either.
that's for fucking wussies. You know what I'm saying?
Loser.
Real
So,
men, when they buy
you
shit,
ever
they
heard
just throw
of
it in the trash.
Freedom? Yeah, exactly. That at $120.
$120, man. There you go, a laptop right there, dude. And let's see. Oh, they don't deliver it, so they ship it. They can ship it at my site. I can have this within 13 hours. If I order within 13 hours, I'm gonna go through this. This regular price is $240. That motherfucker's 50% off, bro.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's 50% off, and
I'm
it's
looking
not.
for 8
You're
gigabytes.
not gonna find that, bro. Come
I
on,
know. I'm
stop.
gonna find it. I'm
But
going to
no,
find
you're
it.
not. It's like, why would you see? I can get if I do that, motherfucker. I can have it here tomorrow. Tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? So
Man.
yeah, I'm telling you, dude. Come on, man. Stop
All
fucking
right.
around.
I'm gonna look into it when we get off.
Buy. No, you're not. No, you're
It
not.
sounded good.
No, he's not. He's not gonna look at this. Just tell this cat, guys. Tell him to buy a fucking laptop. You can
It
solve what happened
sounds
tonight.
good.
Oh shit! But you guys also notice we haven't had any mass shootings.
Oh,
You notice that since the election? Check that shit out. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? We haven't had any mass shootings. It's like mass shootings just all of a sudden stop. Everything is all of a sudden stop. You know what I'm saying? I posted something on. I need to blow my nose, man. Fuck. God damn it. Fuck. Let's see. What I post on Instagram? All right. I posted on Instagram Donald Trump's accomplishments before even taking office. Mexico agrees to end the migration caravans. Canada's closed the border in illegal immigration. American stock market, Bitcoin hit record high. China's stock market's crashing. Beijing begs for peace and with America. Companies are moving back to the United States. Putin backs and sells oil for the United States. Putin no longer targets the United States dollar. Zelensky agrees to peace talks. UN shifts to buy U.S. gas. Hamas agrees to end the war now. Ceasefire in Israel and Lebanon. Illegal aliens are self-deporting across the country. Corruption, government bureaucrats are retiring in mass exodus. The government censorship regimes has collapsed. Democrat warfare uh, has stopped. Trump is at 65% approval rating. We winning already. He's not even been approved. All this is happening. I'll be right back. Hold the fort down.
Yeah, man. Where he was, I don't know, but it's a good day in the neighborhood. And as we see, a lot of things are changing. We got to keep up with those things because sometimes they directly affect us and sometimes they indirectly affect us. But ultimately, when we look at it, if you're not paying attention to what's going on, a lot of times people make an opinion about something and it's on half-ass because of something else somebody heard. So I always say the same thing I tell this guy. We look to more than one source, because when he's mentioned that in reference to especially the self-deporting, there's a lot of people just leaving. They're fed up with the process, because now you have to be vetted. You got to go through the full process, and it's not just willy-nilly and being taken care of by taxpayers' money from whatever city, whether you like New York or not. They took a heavy hit in their budget dealing with people who are non-citizens, and there's no way to recoup that. So a
Well,
lot of folks are just realizing that it's time to go back to where they came from. When you were
yeah,
talking about the
because
sense of deportation.
because they're not going to be citizens. They
Yeah.
finally realized they're not going to become a citizen if they came over the border illegally,
Right,
and
and you have
they're
to get in line, and
yeah.
I know the line is long, and I know it's not
Mhm.
an easy task, but you just can't pop up and become even all right. There's an argument that if X amount of people are deported at one time, that it will ruin the economy, right? And that sounds great, but the economy will be ruined if you keep those same people on the rolls, and we got to provide for them and pay them and deal with them anyway. The erosion of the infrastructure, for one. Two, law enforcement, and we're already at a deficit with the normal legal amount of people that are here. We don't have enough police officers now. When you see these crime spikes, is because they don't have enough people to send to
Yeah.
to control, to quell the potential of crime. You see,
Yeah.
you are almost every agency in America is running at a deficit when it comes to manpower in law enforcement. Everyone,
Mhm.
everybody's down. If that's the case and you have the same amount of calls, there's no way in hell they're gonna ever be able to get to it. And I'm talking about routine calls for service, not even talking about the emergencies. The emergencies take precedence over everything. And even to this day, I think I showed it to you a while back. Out in California, they had 3 different jurisdictions, and they were showing there was emergency calls, and it was taking 2 and 3 minutes for police officers to respond.
2 or 3
That's
minutes. Shit, California is like 2 or 3 hours, bro.
Well, no, that's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about, priority calls,
Oh,
like,
okay.
car accident with injuries right
Yeah.
now,
Shootings.
somebody's
Shootings.
shooting 2
Yeah.
and 3 minutes, and that's a long time,
Yeah.
man. 5 minutes is a long time.
Yeah. Rape in
Right,
progress. Wait till you get done. I'll be
exactly.
there.
That's too dark, man. That was too dark. Even with the ghost stories, that's too dark.
Yeah, Tulag said illegals are driving. Let's see, did I put it? No. Illegals
Mm,
are driving wages down into the dirt. Yeah. And some
yep,
of the blue collar jobs they are. Um, and so what happens when that happens, that means nobody is going to hire a veteran, nobody's going to hire a handicapped person that's American citizens, nobody's going to hire a person who's trying to get themselves back on their feet from drugs, from prison. uh they're not going to be able to get those jobs because the illegals going to come in and and take them from them, because they're going to say, well, that illegal man is going to work harder than you. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? And so why would I give you that job when I know he'll work 10 times harder than you, show up on time, leave late, and you'll complain about getting minimum wages. So they
right,
won't hire you. So yeah, it's making a problem. And a lot of these companies will hire illegal aliens, you know what I'm saying, until they get caught. You know what I'm saying? But a lot
yeah,
of them will do it. They will do it. But
mhm,
the majority of the ones who won't do it is the corporations. You know,
right,
yeah, it's
because they
not
have a lot
harder,
of
but
issues.
cheaper. Yeah, but that's true. But look at the guys out there doing roofs on on houses and stuff. Those dudes out there in the middle of this heat in the summertime putting roofs on. You see any black guys or white guys out there doing that shit? No,
Oh,
you
yeah,
don't.
I see both.
You do?
Yeah,
Okay. I didn't see any. I
oh, yeah,
saw. Okay. Uh, 'Cause that's some hard work right there.
it
You
is.
know.
It
Yeah.
but there's a lot of hardworking guys out there that do their job, of all races and nationalities, right? The
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
is that we have a lot of folks that are desperate, and they'll take those jobs at a cheaper rate.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key is when you start getting into somebody that's going to take that job where
Okay.
they have a standard. Like here in Georgia, there's not many, there's no
Okay.
unionized jobs in Maryland, in Georgia. But in other places, they have unions where they can't go no lower. And
Yeah.
they have penalties for that.
California, New York. Oh,
Right.
speaking of that, speaking of New York is talking about succeeding from the
Get
United
the
States.
fuck out of here. Where'd you hear that from?
Oh, motherfucker. No.
You got to show me that one, bro.
No. It just happened today. It was a Democrat. It was a Democrat talking about New York succeeding to Canada.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And this is a legitimate, this is why I don't mess with politicians, bro.
Yeah, this is a legitimate Democratic politician. Let me see. Let's see. New York Democrat. Yeah, they was talking about it's a couple other states up there too. Let's see. Yeah. Florida, here it is. I got it right here. Okay, I'll put it up. So I know you don't believe me, but I'll put this
I
shit
didn't say I don't believe you. Just gotta. I don't believe.
Top Democrat. The floating secession. Oh shit. Secession to Canada over Trump. Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay. See, later said he was joking. But these don't, man, he's kidding.
Who said? Oh, yeah. Leah said her suggestion was a joke, of course, but
right.
Yeah. But after it didn't come as a joke. It didn't come as a joke until the backlash came.
Right. You know I hear you, but I'm saying they're all right. The last time Trump got in office, right? There were people running and scared because they said he was going to do this and that and everything else. He didn't send Hillary to jail. Once the election was over, you never heard him talk about Hillary again.
That's because he was naive to what this country was. But this time,
I don't think that. I think it was more that he said those things, and then when he got in, it's a political battle, right?
Yeah.
So you fight with everything that you have. Then when you get into office, no one. What are we going to throw in the jail for? Just because? And if he did that, now he's a dictator. He just throw in jail because he doesn't like her. What are you going to throw in jail for? What did she do? And remember, these
I'll tell you what she did. I'll tell you what she did.
The politicians, red and blue, have to hold the United States security in hand first, regardless how they feel about one another. They will lie for red and blue, and he did the same thing. Go ahead.
Her organization paid for a Russian fake dossier and peddled it as real.
Okay,
and
but
so,
will they?
Then when she was
yes?
under investigation, they erased all their phones and servers. That was a federal crime. She should have been in jail, but she didn't.
Are politicians willing to start that war that it will continue to go back and forth? Are they willing to sacrifice one another for that? Because if you take out one of mine, I'm going to take out two of yours and keep going back and forth and back and forth. There's no understanding.
We're at the point now, it's cleanup time. And if you notice what's happening, because now who got exposed was the rhinos in the Republican Party. 30 of them stood up and said, we're not going to support passing half his people he want to be in his cabinet. Elon Musk said, if you don't pass any Republican stand against Trump, I will put unlimited dollars to the person to primary you in the next election, and we will get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what you want to do, be prepared to lose your jobs. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay, but again, let's see how that plays out.
Well, no, here's a what's going to be critical. We get back to the illegals. You had Democratic governors that saying they're going to try to stop the deportation in the state, and you got his new czar saying if you do, that's a federal crime, which it is a federal crime. The statute said you cannot harbor or deport or support or protect illegals in your city, and if you do, you're subject to be arrested under a felony. That is in the Constitution. So, um, so let's see how that's going to play out when you have um National Guards who's been federalized going in with federal soldiers, not federal police officers to impose and to pull these guys out. You know what I'm saying? Will that mayor or governor decide to put the state police or the local police officers as a barrier to stop them? Will those police do it? So this is the line in the sand is about to throw down. You know, and we're about to see it. So um, I think he has every right to grab them and pull them out because they've already been doing it. We have National Guard, Special Forces has been doing it for years. They've been getting these criminals out of here, and so it's not a problem. It's doing it. It's just now they're trying to say he's going to do it on a mass scale. Now all of a sudden they're having a problem.
Right. But at the same time, what my point is that these guys all play the same game and they're all in it together.
Yes, they're all in it together. They're snakes in the bucket.
Mhm.
But this time, I'm saying this time is a little bit different because he knows the dance. He knows how dirty they are. And if you listen to him, he's coming in like walking tall with a fucking baseball bat. And the
But
guy,
let's see how much there's nobody going to jail.
no,
Nobody
I
going
know.
to
No, well, you might. They're talking about firing a lot of these generals and leaders and stuff in the military. They're talking about all the people who orchestrated all these, January 6th and all that other shit. Let's see
Mhm.
how far do they push all these people because a lot of this shit was all lies. All of it was all made up and lies,
Mhm.
And so now they're
That's
running.
what
They're
my
running.
point is as
They're
both
running
sides.
scared. They're running
Yeah.
scared, and on the both sides, the Republicans and the Democrats. I'm not just saying Democrats; the Republicans were involved too, and they
Mhm.
still are involved because you see the Republican Party, like Tulak said, we got plenty of politicians that should be air
Yeah.
dancing,
Yeah.
and what's happening? You having the rhinos are putting themselves in place in the Senate and the House to run shit in order to stop everything that he's doing. You
Yeah.
and so they're already doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They're preparing to try to run roughshod. And and Tulak says not to mention that every politician took an oath to support and follow the Constitution. Yeah, but they follow
Absolutely.
that greenback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. That's the
And
key there, right there. And on that next comment that he makes is the
yeah.
same thing for
Mhm.
anyone that's ever been under oath. You
Yeah.
never get the oath. There's never a point where somebody comes and say, "Okay, you don't have any obligation." You may not have the authority anymore, but your obligation is still there.
Right.
Once you say, "I do,"
Right.
there's no dissolve. I don't know how you dissolve that.
No, you don't.
And that. Mhm.
Once you take that oath is there for life. You know what I'm saying? And that's that's what the organization of Oath Keepers was about. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they were trying to
The
push. But
inception of it. The
yeah, the
inception.
inception of it. Yeah. But they turned they turned it around and made it. I don't know if the Oath Keepers did it. And a lot of Oath Keepers said you
Money.
didn't even, yeah, it was
Money,
money.
money, 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 money.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it's strange, man. It's very, very strange. But like I said, he's not even in office. January is not even here. We still got a whole 2 months to go. And ending,
Everybody squirming in their boots.
yeah, everybody's squirming in their boots. So you actually seeing remember the his first election, the politicians was all not the politicians, but the actors was all talking about leaving the country if he got elected. Now they're leaving. They're actually leaving. Ellen
Bye.
DeGeneres, she got on the boat and she gone. And she
Really?
she left. She gone. And good riddance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And and now 2028, they're talking about floating what's that lady name? The long haired Latina. Um And
Just
this
narrowed it down to about 1,500.
in the House, she's always talking smack.
AOC?
AOC, she said she's gonna run for president in 2028.
Oh, who didn't know that?
Floating the idea.
Who didn't know that?
And the Democrats are supporting it because they figure.
Mhm.
See, they didn't learn anything from this. They didn't learn, and they're not trying to learn anything from this. I got
Mhm.
allergies, guys, so sorry about this. And so what happened was what they're doing is they didn't learn from this. If you've seen Kamala Harris, she got she got up there and talked in the first video since losing the race, and she looked like she was drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Stop telling me that. I don't want to hear that. I
Yeah.
don't want to hear that. I don't hear that.
Right.
Because everybody goes against me when I say that. And I'm like, bro, I don't, maybe it's me. Maybe I've been to drug recognition classes and I know what the hell I'm talking about.
Mhm.
I know somebody little slur word or having
She
some
looked like
issues.
she was drunk. Yeah.
Maybe diabetes or all kind of stuff that it could be. But most people
Mhm.
when they get that, it's usually alcohol.
Right. And
You know,
she and you know, and the thing of it is they don't admit to anything that they did wrong. They think the Democratic Party is like, we didn't do anything wrong. She was a great candidate. She was one of the best people that we ever had put up there. She didn't lie, nothing like that. But it's like we dodged the bullet. You know what I'm saying? And the American people saw it, you know. So I love it. Tulag says some of us, Gen X, that are meaner than snakes took the oath. We still able to kick ass. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah, that's right. Yep. ALC but see, yeah, there it is right here. He just said it. ALC equals Kamala 2.0. And so ALC is going to come up there and say all the craziest shit. And she's going to do all the stupid shit that this chick did, but she's going to do it 10 times more. And everybody's going to be like, what the hell? How are you even, you know what I'm saying, going to be president? And then we got to look at Nikki Haley was another one that was stabbing Trump in the back because she was like, get rid of Trump, get him off the ticket. Either myself or Kamala Harris is going to be president, one of the two. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, really? You? I mean, you worse than the Democrat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but she was the last of the old the rhinos, the Bushes. That was the Bushes. That was the Obamas. That's what she represented. And so Kamala was the same thing. She represents the Bushes and the Obamas. And if you notice, who was running this damn campaign was all Obama's people. That's who took over. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it was a mess. You know what I'm saying? So they need to be like, well, we are out of touch. We need to revamp, change the Democratic Party to try to get more in touch with the people. Stop pushing all these rainbow stuff. Stop pushing indoctrinating children. Stop doing all this stuff and get back to what the old 1960s Democrats were. And they're not learning from this. I'm glad they're not learning. You know what I'm saying? And because
At the same time, everything that you said, a lot of times what happens is they have these people go out and researchers and this is what the scientific data tells them that the people want. And a lot of times that stuff is sampling and not
dude,
the
no,
body
no,
of people.
you're
Yeah.
wrong. You're wrong.
No.
Hold on. All the polls, majority of the polls that the Democrats had were all fake. The polls,
Dude, you can't tell me that I know you don't like the Democrats.
Trump,
There's no way you could tell me they spend millions of dollars and don't have back checks and they just go off with the dumbest shit.
They
and say,
had
"Okay, this sounds great."
posters adding 17 points to her shit, dude. They had
Okay,
posters
that's different.
lying.
I'm talking
They
about
had-
I'm talking about before the election even started. The battle preparations where they were gonna move in this direction and they were gonna talk to these people. We're gonna try to get these people on board. The whole dumb shit of bringing all these entertainers somebody had a battle plan, a think tank said, "Hey, let's do this, let's do that," because they think that that's going to reach the audience that they want. They were trying to get that middle ground with those young people who were easily swayed, and it didn't work.
That's because they thought Hollywood controls and runs the Democratic Party,
Well, that's
and they
different from
always,
having
they
some
always.
fake information. I don't think that was, I think all that stuff was later, but in the beginning, battle plan that says Beyonce is going to bring this amount of people, Taylor Swift is going to bring this amount of people, whatever, the Megan Thee Stallion is going to bring this amount of people, Booty Shaking on stage is going to bring this amount of people. They knew what they were doing prior.
Eminem, yeah.
Eminem, all of those, right? All of those people bring a certain demographic, and that's what we're trying to reach to. I think personally, they got those demographics. It just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Middle
No, they didn't
America
have. They didn't. They
talk
didn't
about
even have
Beyonce.
those. They didn't even have those demographics. They didn't even have them. Trump won. Hold on. Let me pull up the fucking.
They got majority in the black vote.
No, but I'm just saying
That was the demographic, dude. Who else?
no.
Who else is going to relate to those
I'm
people?
sorry. I'm trying to say the popular vote. I'm trying to say the popular vote. Let's see. What is it?
I can't push it up, but Tulak said we need to bring back MLK.
Yeah,
I thought it
yeah.
said milk at first. I was like, what do you mean milk?
MLK, I believe if they didn't kill him, I think he would probably been the first black president. I think he would have been president. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of the things that they
Would he been a Democrat or a Republican?
Yeah,
that was Dixie flipping the Dixie.
He was a Republican. He was
Right.
not a Democrat. And but the Democratic Party was they saw this as an opportunity to take over and they made a death deal with him. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And he took it. He didn't want to take it, and that's why him and Malcolm X was about to link up. And if him and Malcolm X had linked up, man, you looking at something that would have been totally powerful. You know what I'm saying? You got
Yeah.
two influenced guys who knows what's going on with the government, that knows what's going on with America, and had a plan to fix it. And man, that was scary to him. That was very scary because they were the wrong skin
Especially at
color.
that time.
Yeah,
Right, especially
they
that
were the
time.
wrong skin color, bro. And don't give two shits about the color of your skin, but about the content of your character is what matters to me. Exactly, that matters to me too. So
actions speak louder than
yeah,
words.
I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna show you this. Look at this.
Show me.
Look at this. Look at this. So we had electoral college votes. He won by 312, shoot 326. But look at the popular vote right here. So it was almost a 3,000 to 4,000.
I said middle America wasn't listening to their plan. That's what I said. Look at the middle of America, not middle income America, the middle of America. Look at that. All the inside of that is red. All the outside is blue. I've seen this before. Look at Alaska. They didn't. Where's Joe from? Joe's from up here. That state blue. But even Joe's didn't give him the hell.
No, he lost his own state. Yeah,
exactly.
And the VP lost his own state, and they almost got California. Believe it or not, California almost went
it was
red.
closer than it was.
Look at that. Look at California, guys. California damn near went red.
Los Angeles and those big hubs would same as with Georgia. Georgia tweeted on purple, but
let me
because
go
of
back
Atlanta,
to Georgia. Yeah,
because of Atlanta, but it just didn't work.
If I scroll out now, it wants to play games. Come on. Okay, show all states. All right, let's go to Georgia. All right, see Georgia. You know what I'm saying?
Atlanta.
And it's Atlanta that's the biggest problem in Georgia. This right here. This is called Fulton County. And this
all
is
the major places. Look, Atlanta, Savannah, Augusta, Athens.
But the biggest concentration is right here.
Yeah. But look at if you look right down to your left, lower left, that's about the same size as Atlanta.
Yeah. Yeah.
That Macon and
just below Macon.
Southwest.
Yeah, that's at the Alabama border.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
I mean, that's the thing about it, right? That we've gotten away from there. One of the things that Tulag was saying earlier about what Dr. Martin Luther King is that we got to get to a point where if I don't agree with your politics, I don't hate you.
mhm. Oh,
You
they
know,
do. They
right? But
do. These
that's
people,
today. That's
these people,
today because
these these people want to
we
kill you.
don't we don't have a understanding of conflict resolution.
Mhm.
We have kids who can do all kind of math, but they can't cooperate with somebody that doesn't agree with them.
Right. Like
You know,
Tulag said,
mhm.
Obama wiped out 50 years of coming together, and that was all by design. It was planned. He did that in order to destroy the modern family, the sexual lifestyle, everything that was being destroyed. And it was all
You
by
think
just
he did it himself?
no, I think he had it was a think tank to help him. And I
Okay.
think
Yeah, I was gonna say
the Bushes was right along with him, helping him.
oh,
This
yeah.
was a Republican and Democrat, and they knew
It was a handoff.
it was a handoff. They knew
Mm,
he was going to be able to do what he did, and he did it. And they were helping him because you got to look at Karl Rove and those guys. They all went against Trump, every single one of them. You know what I'm saying? And the Bush
mhm.
didn't even support Trump. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Good.
And then he
But he's an
finally,
outsider. That's the one thing, I think you said many years ago, you said that the fact that he was a non-politician, and I was like, "Okay." But once he made office, he's a politician. You gotta play the game.
yeah.
And they may not play the game the same way they do, but there's a set of rules, of generalities that we all have to abide by.
Well, he's is one of them. He's saying he's not even going to use the White House for his inauguration. So we'll see.
Oh,
Uh,
sh
so vets are the first to embrace that we're all at one. Not all vets. I do have a buddy of mine I was a vet with that he's drank the Kool-Aid on the Democratic side. You can't tell him shit. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
So I don't even talk to him. You know,
Damn.
me and him used to be friends back in the day, And half of California is stolen and bullshit. Yep. And but um what else was I gonna say before that? Shit. Oh, what I did say before that.
You were talking about the election and then the numbers.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it was something I
You were
just
talking
said.
about Atlanta. Last thing you before we start going off this part, we were talking about those numbers, and you were saying about Atlanta, and then you talked about the Bushes,
Oh yeah,
and
the Bushes do not get it twisted. The Bushes and the Obamas and the Democrats and the Republicans. Now I'm talking about the neocons, the Ronald Reagan Republicans. These guys have stated to be hardliners. They're the same as the Obamas on the left side. They have joined forces. They're together. You know what I'm saying? And that's what worked against Trump in his first 4 years. Because if you notice, as soon as he got into office, all types of leaks was coming out of his administration, all types of bad stuff, people saying he's crazy and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how is he putting all these people in place that's been recommended by the Republican Party? Now all these guys are turning on him. You see what I'm saying? So they were put in place to work against him the whole time. Like Vice President Pence, he was in there. He was just there to control Trump. That's all he was there to do, to make sure nothing went wild. And if it did, he was going to enact either the 25th Amendment or do something. But he showed his true colors, who he really was. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You
but that was a hard ask of the man at the
no,
end,
no, no.
bro.
I ain't even talking about January 6th. I'm talking
What you
about
talking about?
Pence did not stand with Trump on a lot of shit, dude. You know what I'm saying? He was a quiet guy who was in the background that wasn't trustworthy. You know what I'm saying? And but I know asking for the January 6th shit, that was everything he asked for was totally legal. And matter of fact, we went through this with
It was one
the
unprecedented, and if you put a person in their morals and they believe in not
no, it
doing
wasn't
something,
unprecedented. We have had Bush v. Gore challenge. We had Hillary Clinton challenge. Bush v. Gore challenge went on for what, 2 3 fucking months. And they took
Yeah,
that to
but
the
that
Supreme.
was
They took it to the Supreme
that had
Court, and the
evidence. That
Supreme,
had evidence.
yeah, that
They
was
were hanging chads in Florida.
evidence that was flawed.
They didn't do
Flawed.
that with Hillary. Hillary bowed out.
Yeah, but the evidence from the Bush v. Gore was flawed evidence. We all know this because some chads were able to see
Now,
something.
but at the time they didn't know that.
Yeah, they still. That's what I'm saying. The Supreme
It was
Court.
a hard sell, bro. If
The
somebody said to
Supreme.
me,
It wasn't a hard sell because the Supreme Court put him in office. Supreme Court did, bro.
I'm talking about Pence.
Oh, Pence. I ain't talking about
Right.
Pence.
Not talking
Pence a
about
piece
right.
of-
I'm saying
yeah,
it was a hard sell for Pence to
Oh
go
yeah,
against
go
something
against
that he
his
didn't
morals.
believe in.
Right.
Right.
So what he does not realize, Tulag, there are still people like me that will put lead in your face once you show me you're are not worthy. Yeah, we understand. Yeah, it's keep that to yourself. We understand, man. And yeah, General Miley Army is Alfonso.
strong. He's telling you that his the General Miley army is strong, Alphonse.
Oh, yeah. It is. It's very strong.
Mhm.
Yeah, my
Yeah, I
brother is
mean-
my brother, period. Yeah, we understand too, lad. We know where you're coming from. We got you.
Mhm.
I figure I can, yeah, we got you. We know exactly where you're coming from. You don't have to try to explain it. We got you. You well understood several shows ago. You know what I'm saying? And but these guys are all working together and they're going to try to do it again. They're already going to try to do it again. From what I heard, the neocons are already infiltrated his administration. They're already getting people in place, and they're going to try to disrupt his whole administration again. So he's going to be on the lookout for this. Luckily, he's got Elon Musk in his corner that's going to help him watch and see what's going to happen. And he's going to be listening to Elon Musk. And and a lot of people he got surrounded by him. He got RFK around him. He's got his inner circle is pretty tight. So
you think these guys are better than what he had last time?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He didn't know what he was walking into the first time. Now he knows what he's walking into, and it's like, I'm not playing. You know what I'm saying? And he has nothing to lose. He's got 4 years to be a motherfucking menace to get this fucking country straight and to make things better. Look what happened today. Look what happened last year. Last year, Black Friday, people barely spent money. They had over $6 million spent online already. Okay. So then Black Friday shopping, people were knocking doors down to get into these places to go shop. And why were they doing that? Because they figured the economy is about to get better. I might as well get some of these deals. And if you look at some of these deals they were doing at these stores, they were 50% off, dude. You know what I'm saying? So you going in there and buying something at 50% off, man. He was like, what the fuck? That was a steal. You know what I'm saying? So if things are gonna go the way it's gonna go, he's gonna start selling oil on the market. United States getting ready to start making money. If they get this Bitcoin mining down in the United States, they're going to change United States to currency to Bitcoin. United States is going to be one of the most powerful countries in the world if that happens.
Mm-hmm.
The most powerful because of the Bitcoin. Yeah. So, dude, if this goes the way I think it's going to go, United States is going to be on top of the world. This is going to be a place these migrants are going to wish they had stayed. You know what I'm saying? And yeah,
they're not allowed to stay.
No, they're not allowed to stay. Get their asses out. Get deported. You got to go. Yeah. And but they got to go, bro. And they need to come back the legal way. You know what I'm saying? And they don't like it. They don't like it. So yeah, Al smokes cigars. I don't smoke cigars, but yeah, we can spend hours talking about this stuff, man. But I just think the way it's going to happen, the stock market's been booming. I'm in the stock market. I buy silver, precious metals, and all this good stuff. And but I've been seeing it's been on the rise, man. And these guys are putting out publications every day telling you what's about to happen and what they're seeing. The Fed is supposed to drop during when Trump got elected, the Fed had supposed to had dropped. Okay, I'll save it. The Fed had supposed to had dropped the interest rate, but they didn't want to because it would have gave Trump. It would have turned into Trump's stock market. So he did it at point. He only dropped 0.25 of the stock market. Now, if you notice, the guy said, "I'm not resigning. Trump can't fire me." You know what I'm saying? And so that's a problem because when the economy's going great and then the president said we need to drop the interest rate so the people start buying homes and things like that, this dude ain't gonna fucking do it because he's gonna be listening to his neocon buddies, and now they got to figure out how to get rid of this motherfucker, but they have no control over him. They can't get rid of him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And yeah, it's gonna be a huge problem. This is gonna be a huge problem coming up. And so he's supposed to, I've heard after the inauguration, he's supposed to drop the interest rate by 1 whole point. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. So if he does that, the economy is gonna give the economy a fucking injection.
Boost.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
gonna give it a fucking injection like you never seen, and it's gonna go wild. You know what I'm saying? And people gonna be like, "Oh shit, let's make some fucking money." You know what I'm saying?
King. They say make him king, make him king.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, get rid of the Federal Reserve. They can't actually get rid of the Federal Reserve. That's the only thing they can't get rid of. Now, I do hear rumors that they're talking about getting rid of NFA items. I do hear about they talking about downsizing the ATF.
Yeah, that's
So reciprocity nationwide. That's another thing he's been talking about. So and make it federal, make reciprocity federal. So what they got to get on board, they got to get these Republicans on board to vote for these damn bills to come through. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them gonna sit there and fucking either vote no against it, and now we got to figure out who's all the ones who exposing themselves. We got to get rid of them because they're not here for America; they're here for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we're gonna see who it is real quick, and their names are gonna be exposed. Oh, he's also talking about taking out the out of the press office, taking out a lot of the legacy media and put a lot of the top-notch internet shows in there because that's the future. Because legacy media is not legacy media. Legacy media, if you guys know, it's been lying for the last 8 years. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah. And so it's really, you can't trust them. They've been going right along every day. Look how many of them put in that Russian collusion shit. They did that shit for 8 fucking years. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was all a fucking lie. So now you're looking at, they don't even want to do their job as news organizations. So yeah, it's really bad, man. It's really bad. McVet, that dude, I like him.
Oh yeah.
I like him. I don't trust him, but I like him.
My next question was, what do you like about him? And then you say you don't trust him.
I like the way he talks, but he's not a trustworthy person. Let's see what he does with RFK when they revamp what they're gonna work on. Tulag said 2A does not have border agent.
borders.
Yeah, borders general. Yeah, that's right.
And that's what you were talking about with the like constitutional carry and reciprocity. It should be that way naturally. It shouldn't require. And that's the same thing like that lady Bondi, right? That's my first one that nerves because Second Amendment. And one of the things that I noticed with her is she's one of those people that pushed, and I think in wherever the hell she's from, they restricted 21 and under. So meaning 21-year-old, you can't, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong.
Are you talking about
And
the
that
firearms? Yeah.
for firearms, for
Yeah.
firearm ownership, right?
Mhm.
And that's crazy because at this point, if you can drive a car, you can join the military, and at those ages,
Mhm.
now you're telling me that a firearm, but you can get a car. Most of these kids driving the cars are being taught at home. So
Mhm.
what's the restriction?
Right.
What's the restriction on the firearm? I mean, I understand the emotional, the portability of firearms, yada yada yada, all that stuff. But cars can be just as lethal in the stupid person's hand,
Well, look what
in
New
an
York
idiot's fucking hand. Mhm.
look what New York did. New York went around and destroyed all. Now, this is a precursor. They gathered all the illegal motorcycles and mopeds up and they crushed them with fucking trucks.
Yeah, but those
Uh,
were from illegal people.
right.
Yeah,
So
they
what's
weren't just like regular. No, I mean, they weren't from citizens' property. They
they were
were from people.
unregistered vehicles. I
Right,
understand.
they were
Yeah,
unregistered vehicles.
but they didn't have to crush them all. They
What do
could
you
have
think they want to
resold
do?
them and they could have resold them on auction and let people buy them and get legal title to them at a cheaper price and been back on the street and the city would have made money. But no, they're going to destroy them. So that's the same thing they're going to do with guns. They want to do with guns. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
but
saying?
I ain't buying no raggedy. I understand what you're saying. Um,
But you
and it was
can
only 200. They
right,
did
but you
200
can
of
you
them,
you
but
can say, okay, I can buy 10 of these. I can start me a little scooter business. You know, you can do it. Come on now, man. Come on, especially if
no.
you get them $500 for 10. You know what I'm saying? Come on, that's a deal, bro.
All right,
Then
listen
you
to
can
this.
take them, you can
They
clean them up, steam wash them, get them registered, and I can sell them. I can sell each of those for $300 to $400 online.
Oh wow, this is Commissioner Caban was still in that. He's the NYPD chief that got locked up, bro. Removed
Mhm.
from office, basically. But anyway, 200 illegal mopeds and scooters were seized in 2024, right?
Right.
Of that, also there was 18,430 illegal and unregistered motorized scooters, bikes, and ATV, the highest in city history, representing a 128% increase from 2022. That was the influx of the certain type of people that was being pushed into New
This
York.
this say illegals, motherfucker. Damn. God damn.
Wow.
Illegals.
It- there's certain type of people being pushed.
Illegals. Illegals.
Illegal
Migrant.
folks that were illegal
Migrants.
Are they
Migrants.
illegal
Migrants.
migrants or just migrants?
Migrants.
Migrants. Okay.
Illegal migrants. Illegal
Illegal
migrants.
migrants.
Yeah, because
Okay.
they migrate over and now they're illegal in the state.
Okay. So it's
Yeah.
like they one thing and then they flip once they get into the country.
Yeah. When you
Yeah.
cross the border and that's illegal. That's illegal. You just committed a
Oh, I
felony. Yeah.
totally agree.
And
All
then
right.
I migrated from fucking West Africa to get here.
Oh
You know,
God.
boat, ship. You know what I'm saying?
What about swimmers? There's a couple swimmers. Strong
Shit,
swimmers.
you better be a fucking strong swimmer trying to take that. Ain't no way in hell you gonna swim that.
42,000 figure represents the largest number of illegal moped and scooter seizures in a 30-month span in New York City history.
Right.
Dude, that but you know, if you get ever even if you've never been, if you've just seen pictures from other countries, scooters are a way of being able to be mobile.
Yes, it
A lot of these
is.
guys work on it. So getting here and we look at scooters as I don't even think it's a secondary, like a third level of
I I
transportation.
I
See?
hate them.
Yeah, and
You,
I can't stand the
we see
ATVs.
them driving down the highway
Yep.
and the guy's got a full leather suit on and a helmet like he's on a Harley Davidson and he's only on a 2.8 horsepower thing. He's
Oh,
like, and he's in the middle of the road. He's in the middle of the road, won't get over. Just act like I got the highway too, motherfucker. Yeah, you do, but fucking get out of the number one lane and get over,
doing
bro.
45 strong in a
Damn.
65
Yeah,
mile
get
per hour
over,
highway.
motherfucker. It's like,
He's
God
doing a
damn.
strong 45.
Yeah, And he got
I
full
seen him.
leathers on, gloves,
Yes,
helmet,
I
got
seen him.
his phone sitting up there like he's
Yep,
big dog. You know what I'm
yep.
saying? Get the fuck out of here. Motherfucker, that's not even a fucking motorcycle. You on a goddamn scooter, motherfucker. Your feet are not
And-
even resting on the side. Your feet
Hey.
are resting on the inside. You
oh
know what
my
I'm saying?
god, dude!
This
Yeah,
shit's fucking a joke,
a
man.
Vespa. That's like a
Yeah.
Vespa.
It's a
Oh my
fucking joke.
goodness!
And my philosophy is if you can buy that motherfucker,
Right.
dude, you can buy a motorcycle. Motorcycles are no, you can get a motorcycle between $7,000 and $3,000, and you can
But see,
finance it.
stop. What's the difference? Registration. You got to register a motorcycle,
Yes, you
right?
do. You got to
And
have
you-
insurance.
and you can't just park it willy nilly on the sidewalk. You know, some guys do, but you just can't get off a motorcycle and leave it somewhere. You know, you got to take precautions and helmet laws. So a lot of times they skirt around all that stuff.
Yeah, but they're wearing
because-
helmets already on the fucking Vesta.
Yeah, I see them too, but I think there's some kind of like in whatever state you're in local jurisdictions, sometimes you don't have to have a helmet on less than 250 cc's.
Yeah, and
You know,
them
so
dudes
it
all which is true, and all those people usually get killed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
bro. I
getting
don't
it.
think a helmet is going to save you too much.
Oh, it
when
does.
you take a
Well, it
scooter.
depends.
No,
It-
listen. If
yeah,
you
if you
take
got
a
a
scooter
scooter.
onto a highway,
Oh
you
yeah,
take
that's
a
true.
scooter on the highway, you can worry about no goddamn helmet.
They
A
do
helmet
try to
keeps
take.
bugs off your face.
They do try to take them into the highway, don't they?
I've seen them in Atlanta. There's videos
Yeah.
all on Instagram of dudes on the gang, 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 and like, what the hell are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, come on, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, back to your business deal, bro. I get what you're getting at, what you're saying with this destruction of this property, right? But
Yeah.
to sell
Let-
it again and to go through all of that, I think
Let
you're
guys
breaking
like
even.
myself that want to make a little money, and
Yeah,
I can
okay.
because you had people who was doing it when they were having all the remember the police auction. Remember
Oh,
the
yeah,
police
yeah.
auction? People used to go down there. You could go down and you can buy guns, you can buy
Mhm.
office equipment, you can buy
Yep.
cars, all
Mhm.
that stuff they had in there. And you go down there and you get a number and verify that you had the money on hand. And you went down
Yeah.
there, and when they had the auction, you bid. You had your bid number. You bid it on. My dad. I watched my dad bid on cars and stuff, and he used to
Mine
get.
did the same.
He used to buy the cars. I mean,
Mhm.
they were cheap, like
I've been to a bunch of those.
$250 for a car. He'd take it and put another 500 in it and sell it for like 1,800. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that was a hell of a
But-
deal.
When it comes to this kind of stuff, you gotta at least, even if you sell it as is, bro.
It was
They have to move those things. They gotta make a transaction. They
it
gotta
was the
hold an
same
auction.
thing they did with the cars, bro. They did
Yeah,
the
but
cars
back
the
then it
same
was
way.
different. You
What's
didn't
so
have
different about it?
you didn't have 40,000 bikes that you had to confiscate and put tags on. You didn't have
Let
to recover.
you
Let me say,
they
here's
can
another
open
article from Fox.
they can open the
and it says-
DMV with the VIN numbers and give proper titles to those vehicles. Yes, they can. They do it all
That's
the
too
time.
much work, bro.
They
That's
do
too
it
much
all the
work.
time with stolen cars. They do it all the time with stolen vehicles.
But
It's
no,
yes,
no.
they do.
When a stolen vehicle has to go back to the original owner, they stockpile those things, and if they can't find them, and then after a certain period of time, depending on what state you're in, then it's released. It's a whole. That's a example. What you're saying to me helps me out. They got cars that they got to deal with. They got legal registered vehicles like motorcycles that have been stolen and recovered. This crap that's on the street that's a nuisance has to be destroyed and put out the pasture.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. You're absolutely right, because they're holding cars, they're holding RVs, they're holding vehicles that already been legally registered, and all these illegal vehicles destroyed. And the Fox News says 2023 NYPD sees 18,430 illegal and unregistered motor scooters, bikes, and ATV. Highest number, we already talked about that. That's why there were 10 robbery patterns involved in 2022 involving scooters. 10 robbery patterns, meaning multiple people got robbed by dudes riding on some kind of scooter.
So they was doing the same thing that they were doing in Brazil. They roll up on you, rob
Absolutely.
you, and
Yep.
on the
And
scooter
a
and
lot
take
of
off.
the
Yeah,
small countries like that.
yeah,
A lot of the countries we see the videos and they always, we blame Brazil, but some of those places are in Argentina, some and there are other places, but they all look the same because the guy's getting off a motorcycle. And like you said earlier, he's got that big dome helmet on, riding
yes,
this little teeny
right,
weeny scooter,
yeah.
and they're
So
pointing guns at people's
only
faces.
reason they want scooters is to commit crimes.
Yeah,
That's the only
and
reason.
I think that's the
Right.
reason why they destroyed him and
Yeah,
didn't, if they're I'm sure if NYPD or in New York City, they thought they could make a dollar off it, they would,
yeah. You read that
you know?
shit? Holy shit, y'all are black. Good goddamn. Good damn.
Good.
Shit,
Oh my
that's
god.
funny. Yeah,
But
I mean,
it's not gonna be exactly. Die for your country. I was researching over here, but yeah, exactly too. Like these guys, when they start making laws where in previous times, I can't wait till I'm 18, I can go do this. I can't wait till I'm 17, I can get this. And then all of a sudden, those things are pushed back. You're making discontent citizens. These guys now
mhm.
are like, you get to the age of where you think you're able to legally do it, and it's pushed back another 2 years.
Yeah, you're gonna be fucking 30 years old and you still can't even buy a fucking handgun.
For the most part, you're right.
Motherfucker
Yep.
30 years old can't own a handgun. So it's
Yep.
gonna be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Right, and imagine, I know times change, and I know, science helps and medical professional and medical research, but check it out. At one point, they pushed cigarettes on everybody. They pretty much giving them free. Sea Rats had a cigarette in
Yeah,
the
they had it.
package,
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they sure did.
and then as time goes on, we find out you can't. So the young people are now told not to smoke
Hmm.
cigarettes. Right, and
Right.
stay away from tobacco. So, but
But
when you
they
get to a certain age, you legally, whether you want to try it and make it a habit or whatever, you
but
get
they
to a certain age. But now they push that back.
yeah, but it doesn't really matter because they're putting it in the fucking vape machines. So now you got
Well,
all the fucking young kids
they're about
walking
to do
around
something with
vaping and
that too.
shit. You
I
know what I'm
can see
saying?
something. Yeah,
Vaping
I
like
can see
shit.
that.
I want to
Yeah.
thank Endless Edgy One for following the channel. Thank you for following the channel on Rumble. And
All right.
yeah,
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
yeah,
Hey, what
welcome.
about that thing you were reading? Was it worthwhile?
Oh no, not really. Motherfucker trying to panhandle, always trying to get some money out of motherfuckers. Uh somebody else said something.
Electronic panhandling.
uh,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
One is to join Discord. I am not doing that Discord shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
man, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we're too old for that. But I know
Right.
some old guys that are on there playing video games.
Yeah. There's love to help. It's a typical thing to get hit up on Instagram. Motherfuckers try to, we can grow your channel and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Kick is just secondary, guys. If you want to watch it
See?
over there, we can watch it over there. But Kick is full of shit. Yeah, and it's
Yep.
always has been full of shit. Kick kicked us off the channel. So
Right.
Kick, I don't give a fuck about Kick. You know what I'm saying? And just tell you the truth. Is this there so we can
Tell us
get the
how you
damn
feel, man.
we can
Just
just get the
relax.
word out. Our main place of stay is Rumble. That's our home. So Kick is not our home. So I am not going to put any effort into Kick at all. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because what they did to us, they kicked us
Yep.
for no reason
For no
and
reason. I'm
and
about to say,
banned
yeah.
us. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So screw Kick. I'm not dealing with it.
Yep.
Tulag said sea rations,
It
sea
was
rats. It
two
was
in a
yeah,
set of matches.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. That's
Yep.
right.
I mean,
So
I'm not that
motherfucker,
old, but I remember
yeah.
guys talking like you guys
Yeah.
are talking about having Vietnam vets.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started in the police department, all the um veterans on the department were Vietnam veterans,
Yeah.
and my first sergeant was a Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
And the way the story goes, I don't know all the details of the unit and all that, but he was three of I think maybe 40 guys. Then the other ones 30 some odd people killed, and
Mm-hmm.
he was one of the last three, and then they made him in charge of the unit.
Right.
Um, yep. So
Yeah.
he was a tough guy too, real quiet guy. Didn't do like you were talking about that. We had a show one time. We were talking, and somebody called in and said you can get all these guys, special forces, and all this dime a dozen, and they'll tell you a story and all that. He
No,
didn't talk about that stuff,
they won't
and he
talk
didn't
about
talk
it.
much. He just
Yeah.
enough to get his point across, and that was it.
Yeah, they
No
if
break.
you are not a veteran of their era, they will not talk to you. I have seen it. I've been around them. The motherfuckers told me to get the fuck away from them. They wouldn't talk to me. And if they do open up, it's a privilege for you to listen. Just
Right.
listen. Don't even try to
Exactly.
interject. Don't try to ask different stuff. Now, in the military, I asked a lot of questions because I wanted pointers on tactics and stuff, and they gave me all that stuff. But
Right.
other than that, if they share with you some stuff that happened, just listen. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? And because something's triggered that memory for him to tell you this.
Yeah,
You know what
passing
I'm
on some
saying?
knowledge too,
Yeah.
and
So
that's something that I've
and it may not be
witnessed you.
knowledge. It may be something bad he's telling you to happen. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
like
well,
my
it's still knowledgeable.
my
You
my
didn't experience it.
Yeah, Tulak said he loved you guys because you guys keep it straight. But I had a cousin who was in the Korean War, and he had a metal plate in his head, and I never knew why. And it was raining like a son of a bitch in the house, and a whole family was in there, was talking shit, and he was an alcoholic too. And he started rubbing his leg, and he's like, and all of a sudden he said, "God damn, it was raining like this in fucking Korea when I stepped on that landmine." And everybody got quiet. You know what I'm saying? He said, I stepped on that landmine. He said, it blew all my fucking heel, my leg all off up. And he said, that's how I ended up getting this metal plate in my head. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's just like quiet as a motherfucking house. Didn't
And
say
that's
shit.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They tell you when they want to tell
Yeah.
you.
Right. And nobody, I never knew that, man. And I was like,
Right.
what the fuck? I didn't even know I knew he was in the war, but I didn't know what the fuck happened to him, why he had a
Right.
metal plate. He stepped in a landmine. He got fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And, but if he was alive, I could have got a lot of information out of that dude and what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, it was very
Just
interesting.
yeah,
So,
just being around, and that's different era. Guys didn't go. And I'm not saying that these our new guys are bragging, but you heard about it either through movies or wasn't sensationalized. It was written up in documentaries and things like that, and you heard these names. Today we got guys that are hitting it social media and they're pushing it out there. Um, they're pushing it out there because of the possibility of fame and money.
mhm.
And not all of them, but there's some out there that Kennedy, that we see them all the time, and it's like they're cohorts. When you have a guy that's still in, calls you out and drops and shows where you didn't do this, did that you're talking shit about this, and you keep going, bro. It's big bags of money on the other
Mhm.
side,
Yeah.
because everybody else usually shuts down and like, let me get the hell out of here. But he still keeps going.
Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, I'm not I don't want to drop no names. We're not that
Oh,
big. We
okay.
get roasted real quick.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you later.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, guys, we're not gonna have an after hour show, and
We
we're
just
just
did
gonna
it.
we just did the after hour show, so we're gonna end this show. And we appreciate you guys hanging on and watching. Especially a lot of you guys that come in and support the show and watch it every week. Appreciate you guys stopping through, talking shit with us, especially you two lag. You a motherfucker. We love you, bro.
That's right. Yeah,
And
we love you.
we love all you guys for stopping through. And the only thing I have to say is I'll see you guys in the range. What you got, Al?
Hey, same thing, man. Keep the Second Amendment alive so we can pass it on to the next generation.
Okay. Tulag said he's got a wonderful woman that holds him up.
Oh man,
Oh,
bless her.
I got a wonderful woman that holds on to me. Okay, cool, man. Yeah. Because if you were saying if it wasn't a one, if you took the W and the O off on it, I don't know what I have to say to Well, we'll see you guys next week. All right. And
All right.
let me find what the fuck I'm doing here before I go anywhere. Like the channel. Like the channel. There's one last thing I want to say, and we'll see you.
That